Hello, everyone. Today, for discussion post number 7, I'll be answering two questions. For question number 1, how did you feel about the way the book ended? Were you satisfied with the conclusion, or did it leave you wanting more? I'd say, personally, I wasn't satisfied with the way the book ended, and I did want to hear more. At the end in chapter 26, he says, "That's all I'm going to tell you about. I could probably tell you about what I did after I went home and how I got sick and all, what school I'm supposed to go to next fall after I get out here, but I don't feel like it. I really don't. That stuff doesn't interest me too much right now." So he's even acknowledging that the story kind of ends abruptly and he could be telling you about all the other stuff that happens afterwards. So I may be missing the point of the novel by wanting to hear the rest of the stuff, but I just think that it would have rounded out the story a lot nicer and it would have gave it a better ending in my opinion. For question number 2, reflect on Holden's journey throughout the novel. Do you think he's grown or changed by the end? Has his mental health improved? Why or why not? I'd say that I personally don't think he's changed too much because Holden, throughout the whole book, he's judging people, he's always really pessimistic. And even in, let's say, chapter 24, when he stays at Mr. Antolini's house, when Mr. Antolini starts patting his head, Holden instantly thinks the worst. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He's just weirded out by the situation, but his first instinct is just to run. He doesn't try to talk it out with him or try to understand why Mr. Antolini did that. And even though in chapter 25, he shows some growth by bonding with Phoebe, with grounding himself back in reality and reassuring Phoebe that he's not going to leave to the forest. I think that it's not really the same as him doing that with a stranger because throughout the whole book, Phoebe knows him better than anyone else, and his relationship with Phoebe is different than any stranger because it's his sister. So just based on that final chapter, I wouldn't say that he's grown yet. And throughout the book, I don't think that he really changes too much. He kind of acts the same the whole throughout all 26 chapters. As for his mental health improving, I would also say I'd say kind of, but he's still not there yet. He talks about there being a psychoanalyst where he's at in chapter 26. So we can assume that he's in a mental health ward or some type of ward, and that means that he still has to get through the improvements in his mental health. He's not there yet, but he's working on it. And even Holden himself doesn't know because he talks about how they ask him if he's going to do better in school next semester, and he says, "I don't know. Only time will tell." So I think it's not enough to say that his mental health has improved. But anyway, those were my thoughts. Let me know what you think.